Alessandro Minervini for the Blacktown Workers side, batting here with one out on top of the first. Welcome to Eagles Baseball Sports Network, live and exclusive from Aquatic Ballpark. We are in the top of the first inning here in this third grade clash between the Manly Eagles and last year's third grade champions, the Blacktown Workers, looking to defend their title here. Alessandro Minervini just fouling off the 0-2 from Manly youngster Ruben Chippick, getting the call up out of the under-18 side today to come up and start for Manly in the third grade side. And he is ahead here. Now 1 and 2. Brett Burton stealing third base. Burton getting on base with a hard ground ball into left field. Michael Margerson grounded out back to Ruben Chippick and made the tag along the first baseline. That was the first out of this top of the first. That ball just missing outside for ball 2. So 2 and 2 now for Minervini. Chippick looking for his second out of this top of the first. And there it is on the swing and miss. Not handled too well by Chris Wyatt. Can't complete the out. So it will be a strikeout. An error on the catcher. Minervini will be aboard at first base. White just checking the runner over at third base. Probably should have thrown it straight down the first base line to get Minervini and complete the strikeout. So it puts runners on the corners for the Workers with one out here. So a swing there from Glenn Burton. Bit of a protection swing. Allowing Minervini to move up into second base. And that swing looks like a little bit uncomfortable. That is the second strike of this at bat. So Burton down early. No balls and 2 strikes. Ball hit to Trent Nicol at third, knocks it down. Big throw across the diamonds, not in time. So an RBI there for Glenn Burton. Knocking in his brother Brett Burton. And then moving up to second, uncontested. So a bit of a jam here for the young Chippick. That ball in the dirt, well blocked by Chris White behind the plate. 2 balls here to Aaron Stevens, Blacktown right fielder. A big good afternoon and welcome to everyone watching online. Tuning into Eagles Baseball Sports Network for the 2020-2021 New South Wales State League season. Curveball off there, just missing on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Umpires this afternoon, Lewis Almanara behind the plate and Ron Kendall in the field. And a big swing and miss there by Stevens, so that's the second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Chippick. And Manly are going to have to record 5 outs in the first inning here. First inning causing trouble for Manly so far today. Under 18s giving up 4 runs in their first inning in their 8-4 loss. That ball fouled off, bouncing on top of the visitors' dugout. So 1 strike for the designated hitter Ryan Herbert. He takes ball 1 high. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. If you are watching online, make sure you send us a g'day. Let us know who you are and where you're watching from. And if there's anything special that you'd like to see on the broadcast throughout the season. This is the official round 4 of the New South Wales State League for 2020-2021. First week of the season. That pitch in just a little high. Not enough to tempt Herbert into a swing. And that ball in the dirt for ball 4, so that will load the bases for the Blacktown side. And I'll bring up the centre fielder, Matt Fagan. He will bat with 2 out here in the top of the first inning. Ruben Chippick will be hoping to escape with any more damage against his name. That pitch lifted high, right side. Liam Mayo moving underneath it, makes a catch, and Chippick does escape, only giving up the 1 run in the first. Manly making 5 outs, and they will come up to bat in the bottom of the first. It's going to be Liam Mayo, Trent Nicol, and Al Fear to lead things off for the Manly Eagles in the bottom of the first. And we'll bring you now the lineups for this game. Starting with the visitors, the Blacktown Workers. They sent 7 batters to the plate in the first, scoring the 1 run. Brett Burton led off with the single into left. He's starting at second base. Michael Margerson with the unassisted tag by pitcher Ruben Chippick. He's starting at shortstop. Alessandro Minervini with the strikeout, but was able to reach on the pass ball. He's starting at first base. Glenn Burton with the ground ball to third base to Trent Nickel. He reached base as well, and he's starting at third base himself. Aaron Stevens is the right fielder. He struck out. Ryan Herbert drew the walk. He's a designated hitter this afternoon. Matt Fagan with the fly out. He's starting in centre field. Rudy Harada will lead things off in the top of the second. He's at left field. And Dylan Green doing the catching in the 9-hole. On the mound for the Blacktown Workers is Daiichi Tabata. And they are managed by Ben Spence. The Manly side, Leo Mayo making that catch at second base to finish the top of the first. Trent Nickel with that tough ground ball. He's at third base. Our fear in centre field, Stephen Patterson at first. Dean Story is your designated hitter. Dion Mason in left. Yuki Mitsuzani at shortstop. Harrison Peters in right field. And Chris White, your catcher for the Manly Eagles. On the mound, Ruben Chippick. And your manager is Tim Clark. And as I mentioned, the umpires, Lewis Almanara and Ron Kendall this afternoon. A big welcome to them. And a big welcome to you, our followers and viewers on Eagles Baseball Sports Network. The second of 4 games here today at Aquatic Ballpark. We thank you for joining in and hope you enjoy the coverage of all our baseball today and during this season. So Liam Mayo with the poke in the centre field. He records Manly's first hit of this new season. Liam Mayo picking up from where he left off last season. Collection of awards, including the batting award and the MVP for the Manly third grade. And he's aboard with a single and stands over there at first base. Takes off for second and he's in there with a slide. He's safe. A pitch called a ball, I believe, from umpire Lewis Almanara. It'll be 1 ball and 1 strike for Trent Nickel. Two balls, in fact. So TJ is ahead 2-0. 3-0 now. Daiichi just struggling to find his zone a little bit. Tabata and Harada in this Blacktown side today. And Strike one called for Trent Nicol. He was thinking it was ball 4. Looked a bit outside the zone, but umpire Lewis Almenara said strike 1. So 3-1 for Tabata. That'll be ball 4 though. And Manly will have runners on first and second with nobody out. And it's going to be the Great Althea. Back in Manly colours this week. Started last season, but a persistent arm injury meant he couldn't stay in for the long haul. But he says he's back to 100% health. And he'll be looking to drive in Manly's first runs here in this at-bat this afternoon. So strike 1 there for Fear. 1-1 now. And pitch on the knees to strike 2. Good location there by Tabata. He's got Fear down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just looking to put something in play and move the runners over. Potentially score Mayo from first base. Something that the under-18s did very well was hit with runners in scoring position. And that one in for strike 3. Much to the displeasure of our Fear. He thought it might have been low and or away. But he's rung up on strikes and he's the first out here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Stephen Patterson, for the Eagles. Another player who was down with injury last year. Bit of a jump move there by Tabata at over to second base. Mayo with his lead. Takes off, hit and run over the head of the shortstop. Great piece of hitting there by Patterson. Mayo had to freeze. He only gets to move up to third base. Patterson going back up the middle over the leaping and very tall Michael Margerson there at shortstop. Just over his glove. Similar to one we saw in the under-18s game off the bat of Tom Butler. And Manly will have runners on all the bases with 1 out and Dean Story up to bat. And it looks like Tabata's found that outside corner. Another strike there. First one called on Story for this at bat. That ball's fouled back for strike 2. So the 0-2 for Story. This one missing away. A little bit more of a slower break, so not as convincing for Almenara. 1 ball and 2 strikes now for the Manly DH. And Story goes up the middle, only as far as Marjorie, and it's short. And there's going to be an interesting call coming here. It does score the run in the form of Liam Mayo. and Trent Nickel. Blacktown asking for an interference call at second base, saying that the Manly runner didn't slide and called an interference on Michael Margerson in turning the second leg of the double play. Margerson retiring Patterson at second base. And it's going to be out, so there will be no runs scored. Mayo and Nickel coming across the plate will be to no effect. I think the Eagles dugout knew the result of that play at the time. They had their gloves on and they were ready to go out there. So an unlucky twist of fate there for the Manly side. Loaded the bases, but they run into an ending double play. So after the end of the first, the Manly Eagles trailed the Blacktown Workers 1-0. So Rudy Harada with a 3-1 count here, leading off the top of the second inning. Very speedy Rudy Harada. And that one down to the knees for strike two. A good little comeback here from Ruben Chippick. And it'll be catcher's interference. Unlucky. Got the swing out of Harada, but Chris White was too eager to catch the ball. And that's going to be a lead-off man aboard for the Blacktown Workers side. And a base stealing threat early here with this young pitcher and catcher combo. Nice little slide step there by Chippick. Fires in strike one. The 1-1 poked off the end of the bat. Good pitches covered by Chippick. Gets the first out. Saw the problem that happened in the 18s. He made sure it didn't happen to him here and records the first out in this top of the second. Chippick close to balking there. And that pitch getting away from Wyatt. Much to the displeasure of Ruben Chippick, jumping up and down on the spot. Allows Rudy Harada to move up. So runner at third now for the Workers, threatening again here early in this game. Very experienced side. Dylan. So we are back to the top of the lineup. Nice strike there by Chippick, even in the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is the leadoff guy, Brett Burton. And he pokes that one into left field. That's a single there for Brett Burton. Picked up by the centre fielder, Alfie, so it'll be a single to centre field. In the left centre. And it'll be an RBI against Brett Burton, scoring Rudy Harada. So unfortunately another Manly error coming in to score. And it's now Michael Margerson, who's had a very busy start to this game. And Brett Burton swipes second base. Chris White's throw not quite over the head of the small Ruben Chippick at second base. Chippick cutting that ball off from his catcher. That ball popped up by Margerson. Run there for Trent Nicol, and the veteran makes a very good play. Second out of the inning. A very eventful start to this game for Margerson. Had the little infield ground out on the tag. That was involved in that interference play that ended the first. And now with that foul fly ball to third baseman Trent Nickel for the second out. As Chippick very nonchalantly spins and throws to his new teammate in Yuki Mizutani. Sorry, had to check the pronunciation of his name. One of 5 Japanese students in this Manly Eagles squad, and Alessandro Minavini is hit by a pitch. So Blacktown will now have runners on first and second, but they do have 2 out, and he's going to see a visit from manager Tim Clark just to settle down his young pitcher on the mound. Whilst that happens, we'll take a quick break. So Glenn Burton to bat here for the Workers side. He reached on a ground ball to third base in the first inning. And a nice curve ball there from Ruben Chippick gets Burton swinging and missing. Strike 1 to the Blacktown third baseman. That's in there, fast ball, strike 2. So Chippick working ahead very quickly. That ball poked up and caught by Yuki, pedaling back there at shortstop. Good play by the new recruit. Finishes this top of the second inning, and the Eagles are coming up to bat in the bottom half, and it's going to be Dion Mason, Yuki Mizutani, and Harrison Peters to bat in the bottom of the second.
Instagram? Do you want me to put a story? I don't know how to do the stories. I've never done them. Yep. Yep.
Dion Mason leading things off for the Eagles. Blacktown enjoying a 2-0 lead so far. One ball and 2 strikes for Mason. That pitch just outside for ball 2. Mason lifts that ball high, but foul down the third baseline. Get another pitch, 2-2. Big foul there by Mason, extending his at bat. Ball 4 taken by Mason, so a lead-off walk for the Eagles, just what they would have been looking for. Mason over at first base now, and it's Yuki Mizutani. Squares to bunt but misses. That'll be strike 1. Mizutani. Mizutani lifts that one high into the sky, and a good piece of work there by the catcher, Dylan Green, to make the catch. It's first out of the inning. Manly making lots of contact so far here today, so good signs for them. A couple of hits early. Unfortunate interference call ending the inning, as Mike Brosseau has just walked things off for Tampa Bay to take game 5 of the ALDS. Sorry, it's in the bottom of the 8th. I'm an inning ahead of myself, so he's put Tampa Bay ahead in the bottom of the 8th. So Harry Peters with his first at bat in senior baseball. A former softballer. As Dion Mason steals second base, moving himself into the scoring position. And it's a bit of confusion over the count. So umpire Almanara will just go and check with the scorers. See where he's got now. 1-1 the count. That pitch is up for ball 2. So 2-1. Ball 3. So good patience here by Harrison Peters. 3 balls and a strike, taking that pitch just inside. And he's got Dion Mason standing at second. A hard foul over the head of manager Tim Clark, standing in the coach's box down there in foul territory. Fills the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch coming here for Tabata. Big pitch coming here for Peters. Curveball gets him on the swing. They're asking for a foul. Plenty of people giving their opinion on what happened. Umpire's going to have another conference, but I don't see this one falling in Manly's favour. Oh, no, wait, it does. So they have called it a foul. So Harrison Peters lives to see another day. We'll see what he can pull off here with his second chance. Fastball up at the letters, fouled off and into the Manly bullpen. There is a pitcher warming up. Just can't see who it is. Might be Dean Story. And the plan was for Chippick to go 1 or 2 innings, and then turn it over to the designated hitter Story. And the curveball misses from Tabata. And it's a very well-drawn walk by Harry Peters. Down to the 9 spot and the catcher, Chris Wyatt. So a couple of walks for the Eagles, presenting them with this opportunity. And White is started with ball 1. And a pitch up high for ball 2. Lots of words of encouragement being offered from the Manly dugout for the young Chris White. And he takes 3 balls. So very patient in that batter's box is Chris White. Draws the 3-0 count. Tabata just walking around the back of the mound, telling his infield that there's only 1 out. Making sure they're on the same page for a potential double play ball. And he does take that one just on the outside for strike 1. White probably knew it was a strike, but might have been hoping it was ball 4. But he'll get another pitch here potentially drive in the speedy Dean Mason from second base. Lifts up high. Should be an infield fly. Is called. Ball is dropped, but runners stay. Chris White will be out on the infield fly. And with an inexperienced softballer standing on first base, Coach Chris Hurley did well to hold him at the base, and that ball was dropped. Getting the full explanation of why the infield fly rule is in play right there, protecting both the runners that were on with less than 2 out. And of course now there is 2 out, and Manly have turned the lineup over to their second baseman, Liam Mayo, who picked up a hit in his first at bat of the season, and he's ahead 2 balls and no strikes. So Manly, 5 base runners so far today. Couple of chances with runners in scoring position. We're unlucky not to get a couple in the previous inning. And Liam Mayo has drawn a second 3-0 count in as many at-bats from the pitcher Daiichi Tabata. And he'll get ball 4 down below the knees, which will load the bases for the Eagles. Big spot, big chance for them here to tie this ball game up. That's going to be the veteran Trent Nickel. But first we're going to see Ben Spence come out and just chat with his pitcher. So Stan has struck out in the top of the 9th. Yankees down 1 out, and down 2-1. Diego Castilla doing the work over there in San Diego. And that is 5 straight balls now from Tabata. Struggling to find the strike zone here with the bases loaded for the Manly Eagles. Harrison Peters at second, Dion Mason at third in scoring position, and that ball hits Trent Nichols. So Manly on the board. Trent Nichols drives in the first run for the Eagles. Umpire Almanara just checking that the veteran is okay. So Manly on the board. Liam Mayo now at second. Harrison Peters at third. And it's now Al Fear. So that's 7 straight balls. Eight straight balls and a wild pitch. And that'll see Harrison Peters score and tie this ball game for the Eagles. Mayo and Nickel both moving up 90 feet. Big daddy hack by Alfie. Wanted to put that 365 feet into the adjoining neighbours behind left field. Only just missed it by about 44 inches. That ball in the dirt for ball 3. So plenty of experience showing through here with number 33. 3 balls and 1 strike. look to load the bases again for the cleanup man, Stephen Patterson, who picked up a hit in his first at bat of the day. And there is ball 4 to Fear. So Al will load the bases again for the Eagles. And Blacktown do have a man warming up down in the bullpen. Unfortunately, our bullpen camera not working this afternoon. Can't see who it is. So loaded bases. Stephen Patterson at the dish. And he takes another high pitch. Single to center field. And Tampa have won that game over in San Diego, so they will move on to the American League Championship Series. And that ball lifted high into left field. And Rudy Harada drops the ball. Alfie's going to turn around. No, he's going to be held up at third base. Liam Mayo scores. Trent Nichols scores. Rudy Harada looked like he had that catch under control. Maybe his center fielder coming across and put him off a little bit, but he does make the error out there. And it's going to be 2 runs scoring, and Manly going to take the lead 4-2. And it'll bring out the designated hitter. So Daichi Tabata in with a strike there on the Story. Just falling behind in the count. Not able to claw his way back. Having to throw pitches in the wrong spots. And the Eagles just capitalising on the opportunities given to them. They've scored 4 in this bottom of the second. And that pitch is in there for strike 2. Now a ball and 2 strikes for the Manly DH. Story holding off. Holding off that one. Curveball down. So 2-2. And poked. Lifted up high into the sky. Center fielder runs it down. This time makes the catch. And that'll end the second inning. Manly scoring 4 to take the lead after 2. And it's the Eagles 4, Blacktown 2. Ruben Chickett back out for his third inning of work. Had a good bounce back second inning after a tough opening inning. Manly sending 9 batters to the plate in that inning to score their 4 runs. So plenty of runners on base for the Eagles. And that ball. Nice play by Yuki Mizutani at shortstop there. Strong throw across the diamond to Stephen Patterson. A little bit of a reach for the first baseman, but a very good play on that slow roller to the shortstop. And that's the first out of this top of the third inning. Manly looking to get a shutdown and a big 0 here to consolidate the 4 runs they have just scored in the bottom of the second. That was Aaron Stevens, the first out of this inning. Now it's Ryan Herbert, and that pitch slipping out of the hands for ball 1. And that one fouled off for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Herbert just asking for time as the wind kicks up and blows a little bit of dirt around. A little bit of attempted knuckleball there from young Chippick. 2 balls and a strike. That pitch in for strike 2. Looked a little bit low, but very authoritative call from the home plate umpire. 2-2 now. Chippick looking for this second out right here. Shaking off 3 or 4 times. Might see the knuckleball on this one. Yep, there it is. And pulled. Foul. You can tell the knuckleball is coming by the amount of times he shook him off. And then a little smile at the end once he got the signal he wanted. But Ryan Herbert was up to the task. He knew what was coming. Very well attempted by the young pitcher for Manly. Not afraid to try things. Comes back with a fastball. Punch to the right side. So it will be a single. So good at bat by Ryan Herbert. Nice piece of hitting by the very tall blonde designated hitter. Matt Fagan now, centre fielder for the Workers. Made the catch to end the second inning. That's hit to Yuki, touches first base. Sorry, second base. Throws it over to Patterson at first. It digs it up out of the dirt. And that will be the end of the third inning. Great defensive play there by Yuki Mizutani. I was enjoying watching that live too much. I didn't flip the camera over. Ruben Chippick's day is done. He just got the handshake from manager Tim Clark. So 3 very strong innings by the youngster. And the Eagles will come to bat in the bottom of the third. Pitching change for the Blacktown Workers. Ben Spencer's gone to his bench and Daichi Tabata is done for the day. Sean Doolan taking over. That's a swinging strike from Dion Mason. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mason lifts that one into left field. Arata's underneath it this time. Makes the catch without, or with ease rather. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the third. So it's going to be Yuki Mitsuzani. Takes ball 1 from Doolan. Ball 2 now for the Manly shortstop. Made 2 very good defensive plays this afternoon. Proven to be a cult figure already in this Manly Eagles grade squad. That's in there for strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball 3 now. one from Dawn is at the knees for strike 2. So full count here for Yuki. Just checking to see where he called that one. Goes, yes, it was on the knees. Strike 2. So the 3-2 coming from Doolin. And a swing and miss. Doolin powering up. All the effort onto that fastball. That's a second out here in the bottom of the third. So 1-1 here for Harrison Peters, fouling that one off into the screen. Walked and scored in the previous inning. Yep, 9-8. Takes that one below the knees for ball 2, showing lots of good patience in his young baseball career. Tough call there for strike 3. No, strike 2. Sorry. Strike 2, now 2-2. That pitch is in the dirt. Strike 3. Ball 3, rather. Now it's 3-2. Goose Luke. And good at bat there by Harrison Peters. Draws the 2-out walk. So showing some very good patience at the plate. And it will bring up the catch-up, Chris Wyatt. Popped out into an infield fly in his previous at-bat. Looking for a big piece here, keep this inning going, turn the lineup over as he fouls off the first pitch over the first base dugout. And up the middle, but only as far as Margerson. But he beats it out. Oh! Wyatt is quick. Chris Hurley is remonstrating with the umpires. Margerson got around there. Tim Clark also out there arguing with the umpire in the middle of the diamonds. Again, I was watching the play live, didn't get the camera switched over in time, so we don't have the replay of that call. A very, very close call. Good play made by Michael Margerson. Read the ball very well, picked it up behind second base, and a strong throw to his first baseman, which proved to be in time for the out. And it does end the third inning. Ends the third inning. And the Eagles will come out into the fourth. So pitching change for the Eagles. And making his return in maroon and white this year, wearing number 31, is Andrew Francis. A few years off, out of the game. He makes his return to grade today here, and he will face the 8, 9 and 1 hitters for the Blacktown Workers lineup. And misses on the first pitch to Harada. And Rudy Harada just missing that one off the end of his bat. So 1 ball and 1 strike. That one poked into left field, but straight at Dion Mason out there. And that's the first out of this top of the 4th inning. That ball lifted foul over to the right side, and Stephen Patterson will make the catch in foul territory, just out of the shot of our first base camera. We might have to review what that picks up before our next game. So 2 quick outs here on 5 pitches for Andrew Francis, and it's going to turn the lineup over for Brett Burton, who is swinging a pretty hot bat today. 2 hits so far. An RBI, a run, and a stolen base to his name. We're looking to extend this inning. For the Blacktown Workers side. So the book closed on Ruben Chepik. 3 very strong innings of work. Three hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk and 1 hit by pitch. A very good first outing as a senior state league player. And Andrew Francis gets the strikeout of Brett Burton. He's retired for the first time today, and the Blacktown Workers go down in order to finish the top of the 4th. And we'll head into the bottom with the Manly Eagles leading 4-2. Liam Mayo, Trent Nicol and Al Feed to start the top of the 4th. So you pitch up for the Workers as well, going to their bullpen again. And it's going to be the lefty, Ben Nicholson. Came out last year in the last round of the season and shut down Manly through 5 strong innings. He's going to come out and try and shut down this Manly side again. Liam Mayo to lead things off. That's up for ball 1. So Daichi Tabata, 2 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. Or probably 2 earned runs actually with that drop by Harada. 5 walks, 1 hit by pitch and 1 strikeout. Sean Dolan, 1 inning pitched, didn't give up a hit, had 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And now it's the very handy Ben Nicholson on the mound for the Workers. He has Mayo down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very effective at the knees here is Nicholson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count. And a swing and a miss by Mayo, and he becomes the first out. Not happy with that at bat, but he has been effective today with a hit and a walk so far. And Trent Nickel will bat here. Takes that 0-1 offering for ball 1. So 1 ball and a strike for Nickel. And fouls that one off the head of the catcher. Dylan Green wearing that one off the helmet. And a big welcome to the EBSN broadcast booth to Manly under 18 pitcher, starting pitcher Max Milner. He's responsible for all of our graphics for this game as Trent Nickel goes down swinging for the second out of this inning. Andrew Logue has had to attend to some coaching duties with the Forest Baseball Club, so Max has put his hand up, and hopefully we'll see plenty of him during the season now that he knows the ins and the outs of everything we do here. Quick little lesson on the fly, and so far so good by Maxi. Get you on the microphone next as Al Fear fouls that one off. Strike 1. 1 ball and a strike. Another foul by Fear. One and 2 now for Al. And a big swing and a miss, and Ben Nicholson will strike out the side. So just what Ben Spence wanted out of his left-handed reliever. The big shutdown inning. And that will finish the 4th. Manly ahead, 4-2. So Michael Margarine to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning. Andrew Francis out for his 2nd inning of work. It was very effective in his first, getting a couple of fly balls and a strikeout. And that ball hit to Yuki at shortstop. Another good throw. Good clean inning. And good clean out rather. And Andrew Francis has 1 pitch and 1 out to get this 5th inning started. So Alessandro Minervini pulls that one just foul. He's behind no balls and 2 strikes. Struck out, but reached in his first at bat, and that was hit by a pitch in his second. Also has a stolen base to his name. And that pitch in the dirt, well blocked, knocked down by Chris Wyatt. The 1-2 is high for ball 2. And these second graders getting in their hacks up in the batting tunnels, getting ready for their game. That's going to kick off at 3 o'clock this afternoon. As that ball is lifted high into left field, it will get foul, but Dion Mason almost chases it down. It was always going to be foul. I tracked it the whole way. Dion Mason not far off making a play on that one, but it does fall foul for Minervini, and he will get another chance here. Cool. Fouls that one off over our heads. So good long at bat from Minervini. After the lead-off Margerson went down on the first pitch he saw. And that's going to be poked up the middle to Mizutani, who can't rein it in. And it will be a ground ball into centre field. Still 1 out here in the top of the 5th. One was due to get past Yuki at some stage. That one probably the harder of everything he's had together. Still a good effort nonetheless. So it'll be the third baseman, Glenn Burton, to bat. And Andrew Francis starts in with the ball down in the zone. 1 ball and no strikes. That one also missing down and in. 2-0 to Glenn Burton. That one fouled off for strike one. 2 balls and a strike. Glenn with a single at the third and a fly out to shortstop. Also a stolen base and an RBI to his name. As Dean Story finishes his warm-ups in the bullpen. Looks like Tim Clark has him ready to go. In case Francis runs into any trouble here. A nice block there by Chris Wyatt, keeping Alessandro Menavini close at first base, not allowing any free 90. 2-run ball game. So 3-1 for Glenn Burton. And pulled foul. Menavini going on that pitch. Good execution there by the Blacktown workers. Putting the runner in motion on the 3-1 count. And making sure Glenn Burton made contact if the ball was close. And that one in the dirt for ball 4. So it will be a 1-out walk. Putting runners at first and second now. And a bit of pressure for Andrew Francis to get through. But it will bring out a visit from manager Tim Clark. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back very shortly. So Timmy Clark's finished with his little chat with Andrew Francis. And it's going to be Aaron Stevens to bat here with runners on first and second and only 1 out. And he will swing and miss at the first offering from Andrew Francis. One missing outside for ball 1. Changing up the location. 1 ball and 1 strike to Aaron Stevens. That one just up and in. Misses for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now. Puts him in a hitting count. Andrew Francis won't mind something on the ground with the defense that he does have behind him. Forces on all the bases, but he does miss that one inside. So the count runs 3-1. Francis 1 pitch away from getting out of this, but also 1 pitch away from loading the bases, which could spell the end of his afternoon. And he does get a foul. So 3-2. Big pitch here for Francis. And he misses upstairs, so it will load the bases. And it's going to bring up Harrison Riley off the bench for the Workers. Going to pinch hit for Ryan Herbert. Herbert walked and singled into right field. Another good block there by Chris Wyatt. Francis missing with the ball down in the dirt. That pitch on the knees, so back into it. Here's Francis, 1 ball and 1 strike. That pitch pulled hard and foul. So 2 strikes now on Harrison Riley. Just got a round on it very early. Pitch that was up and in a little bit. So 1 big pitch coming here for Andrew Francis. And that's going to be down the third base line, but foul and out of reach of the diving Trent Nickel. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andrew Francis looking for a big second out here. Would love a double play. Get out of the inning. Give his Manly offense a chance to extend on their lead. Good waste pitch there away. Doesn't get the swing, but it does make Harrison Riley think about things a little bit. Think about where the next pitch is going to be. Just missing away. So 3 and 2. Now the pressure falls back on Andrew Francis a little bit. Lifts that ball high in the left field. Dion Mason charging into it. Can't make the catch. Don't know where the ball is. Yuki Mizutani can't wrap it up. All runners are safe. They're going to move up 90 feet. That ball just falling in front of Dion Mason. Not able to make the catch. Bouncing off his glove. Yuki Mizutani went out to clean it up. Mason was unfortunately slow to react after the ball landed. And it will be a run scored for the Workers. And they close the gap 4-3. And Tim Clark will go and get Andrew out of the game and turn to Dean Story to get the final 2 outs of this inning and likely finish off this ball game. So as Dean warms up, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the action shortly. So Dean Story is warmed up and ready to go. Just conferring with his young catcher as to what the signals will be and what kind of sequences they want to go through. So big jam here for the Manly Eagles. Hopefully Dean Story can be the man to get his team out of it. Andrew Francis responsible for the runners on base. And a first pitch curveball from Story is fouled off for strike one by the centre fielder, Matt Fagan. So a good start by Dean Story. And that one over the head of Mitsuzani at shortstop. Fear comes in, rounds it up, and it's going to be a 2 RBI base hit to Matt Fagan. Ball cut off in the middle of the diamond by Stephen Patterson. And Blacktown are going to take the lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Matt Fagan drives the ball into centre field, scoring 2. A good piece of hitting there by the centre fielder. Glenn Burton and Aaron Stevens both scoring on that play. Harrison Riley moving up to second base. And Rudy Harada takes ball 1 to start his third at bat of the day. That ball missing in. And the curveball by Story in for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ball off the glove of Wyatt, but not far enough away for Harrison Riley rather, to move over to third. And it's a 3-1 count here for Rudy Harada. And a curveball in there for strike 2. So filling the count is Story. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Catcher Dylan Green waiting on deck for the Workers side. And pop up. Infield fly rule in effect there. Yuki Mizutani makes the catch. That's the second out of the inning. So Story taking a little bit of control here. And he's going to bring up the catch-up, Dylan Green. And he starts with the ball down and in the dirt. So it'll be Stephen Patterson, Dean Story and Dion Mason to get things started for Manly in the bottom of the 5th inning. that pitch is down and in the dirt. Of course, this is a 2.25. That ball hit down to Trent Nicol at third base. Across the diamond for the third out. And that'll end proceedings here in the top of the fifth. Manly give up 3 runs. Blacktown back in front, 5-4. So Stephen Patterson at bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Manly with a 1-run deficit. And probably going to be the last inning here in this one. Blacktown have gone to their bullpen, and it's going to be Marcus McDonald to finish this one off for the visiting side. He's coming out in a save situation. Ben Nicholson, with his 2 innings of relief, will be in line for the win. And that pitch is in for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. So Ben Nicholson, just 1 inning of work, 3 strikeouts. Very effective from the left side of the mound. Patterson bounces that one to the shortstop, Margerson. He makes a strong throw across the diamond. And retires Patterson for the first out of the inning. And the Workers have one away. So Dean Story to bat here. Takes ball 1. That ball hit hard down the third baseline. Tough play. Well backed up by the pitcher, Marcus McDonald, bouncing off the mound, picking up the rebound and throwing a strike across the diamond for the second out of the inning. Much to the dissatisfaction of the Manly bench. Another bang-bang play going against the Eagles. That's the third baseman, Glenn Burton. Probably wore that one off the knee more than the glove. He's hobbling over there at third base, just walking out the little burner on the top of his knee. Blacktown with 2 out. And he looks like he's going to come out of the game. His brother's moved over to second base. And there will be a change. We'll just wait to see who's coming in. It's going to be Lachlan Boyarski from the under-18s, so he'll come out. He made the final out of the under-18s game. He may even see himself making the final out of this one. But Manly will have Dion Mason to bat with 2 out. Trailing 5-4 in the last inning here in this third grade game. We'll have the second grade game kicking off at 3 o'clock. So if this game doesn't extend beyond this at bat, we'll have a little bit of a break in between proceedings, and we'll look to have you back joining us at 3 o'clock for the second grade game, with first grade scheduled to start at 5:30 this evening. Our first Saturday night game here at Aquatic Ballpark, and Dion Mason is behind quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Last strike coming here for the Eagles, and a swing and miss by Dion Mason. So 3 quick strikes. Manly are hustling back out onto the diamond, and that is the ball game. Yes, it has been called. So that is the end of the game. Blacktown taking advantage of those late miscues by the Eagles. And they have won their first game of the season as they look to defend their third grade title from last year. So Blacktown with the win, 5-4. Ruben Chippick was great for the Eagles through 3 innings. A bit of a slow start, but really got into a groove. Andrew Francis, it is his first game back after a few years out. Had a good first inning, ran into a bit of trouble in the second. Manly really got to Daichi Tabata, taking all 4 runs off him before Sean Doolan, Ben Nicholson, and Marcus McDonald retired 9 of the last 10 batters they faced to steer this Blacktown Workers side to victory. So Manly, 2 losses today so far. We've got the second grade kicking off in about 25 minutes, looking for their first club win of the season. We look forward to having you back online in about 25 minutes for the second grade game.